Now, if you were involved in the reptile community, there's a good chance this week that you saw something pretty crazy that you don't really see too much. And that is that a 54-year-old woman was killed and eaten by a reticulated python. And hearing it, actually, I was like, oh, dang, that actually, a confirmed case. There's not really many of those, if ever, and some of them have been dubious at best. So I decided to take a look at not only the snakes that could do it, but how many actually are confirmed to be real of, I should say, cases of snakes eating people. Now, there are only 4 snakes that could potentially eat a person, just size-wise. They get to a size where they can actually theoretically do it. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Burmese python. Burmese pythons get pretty large. They get up to 20 feet. Some people say more, but that's generally accepted to be as big as they get. And there are no confirmed cases. Have killed people in captivity, but it's very rare. There haven't been any confirmed cases of a Burmese python eating a person. Number 2 on the list, the green anaconda. These guys are the heaviest bodied snakes, and you would think that they'd have the best chance of eating a person. And considering the movie, Ice Cube kind of gave us a reason to think that they do. They absolutely do not, and they have not. There are no confirmed cases. Third on the list is the rock python, and these guys get pretty large too. 16, 17 feet tends to be as big as they get. And they are very aggressive. They definitely are a bite first, ask questions later type snake. There is one confirmed case of a human being killed and eaten by an African rock python. It just so happened to be that in 2002 there was a 10-year-old boy who was out picking fruit, and he was killed and eaten by a African rock python. Again, extremely rare. This is the only known case of it happening with this species of snake, and it was a 10-year-old boy. That is a human being that was eaten by a snake. And last, and definitely the biggest culprit of this, is the reticulated python. The reticulated python is known to be the longest snake in the world, with some estimates that it gets over 30 feet long. And that's a 30-foot long snake is crazy to think about. Now, I first saw this story on Tom Crutchfield's page on Facebook, actually, and I looked into it, and I was just blown away by the whole situation. And he was saying that this is something that he thinks happens a lot more than people realize, and can't really be confirmed, but he believes it could happen upwards of once a year. And I didn't really know what to think about that until I looked into it. And there are a few people that believe that this could potentially be happening a lot more than people realize. It's just happening in very remote areas and aren't really being talked about too much. Nathan Russley says the same thing. He claims that there's potential, especially in the Sulawesi and Sumatra, that this is probably something that does happen once a year to once every other year. It's just not really discussed that much because a lot of that news doesn't really make it out into the public. I probably butchered the pronunciation of those places. Now, in 2017, there was a confirmed case of a 25-year-old villager in the Sulawesi who was eaten by a 23-foot retic. And then the next year, there was another 23-foot retic that killed and ate 54-year-old Watiba. Excuse me, I probably butchered that pronunciation. And it seems to be something that's actually happening more and more as of late. These things are happening more and more, and a lot of the thought is that habitat loss and human encroachment has caused these larger snakes that normally would be eating things like hogs, bigger prey items that they would deal with on a normal basis. There's less and less of it, and more people, so they're deciding to go after something else that's around them a lot more. So to sum this all up, can snakes eat people? Yes, they can. Is it very rare? Absolutely, it's extremely rare. Has it been happening more frequently? Yes, it has. At least it's been confirmed more frequently. Let's just hope this is something that doesn't keep on happening. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, video a week, and go check out my TikTok, DNA Reptiles. That's been going pretty smoothly as of late. And thank you guys for watching.